Yes, students. Now, as we discuss the chart of the playing cards, now I hope you understand which type of cards we have, right? So now we can easily solve the example number 4. Here, one card is drawn from the well set of 52 cards. Then we need to find out the probability that to be an S. Now, students, you know that how many S in the 52 cards, right? There are 4 S, each of one. One of for spade, one of hearts, one of diamonds, and one of his club, right? That's why the probability of getting in S is 4 by 52, because the total number of favorable outcomes, that is 52. Yes or no? That's why the possible outcomes is 52, right? Now the probability of getting an S, that is 1 by 30. Now students, not to be an S is a complementary event of an S, as we discussed in example number 3. What are complementary events? Happened or not to be happened. Here be an S, not to be an S. So we can easily calculate the not to be an S, probability of not to be an S, by subtracting this 52 by -4. Yes or no? That's why the card drawn is not to be an S, that is 48. And then the probability is 48 upon 52. I hope you understand. Look at here. PE. Yes or no? Calculate PF directly. Yes, as we discussed in example 3 also. Now students, you can easily calculate okay students. Now in example number 5, here we have two players, Sangeeta and Reshma, play a tennis match. It is known that the probability of Sangeeta winning the match is 0.62. What is the probability of Reshma winning the match? As you know that the sum of all the probability is 1, right? Here we have two events only, probability of Sangeeta winning and probability of Reshma winning. So we can easily calculate the probability of Reshma winning by subtracting this probability by from 1. Yes, as the event R and S are all complementary. Yes or no? Why these are complementary? Because if Sangeeta winning the match, it means Reshma losing the match. And if Reshma losing the match, it means winning the match. It means Sangeeta lose the match. Yes or no? Okay. Now, one more important concept that we need to consider here, discuss here. That is, if the event is not possible, right? It means we can take an example of dice. Students, please listen carefully. If in case of dice, when we throw a dice once, and if we need to calculate the probability of getting a number 8, how it is possible? Because you know that the possible outcomes in case of dice, that is 1 to 6. There is no number 8. So it is impossible event, and the probability of an impossible event is always 0, because the favorable outcomes is here 0, because that is not there. So 0 upon 6, that is equal to 0. And if we talk about the one more concept, that is if probability, when we need to calculate the probability is less than 7, in case of dice, when we need to calculate the probability, that number is less than 7. Now you see that all the number 1 to 6 is less than 7. So here the probability of that the less than 7 is what? 6 upon 6, that is 1. This type of event is known as sure event. So the probability of sure event is always equal to 1, and the probability of impossible event is always equal to 0. I hope you understand. And this part is already explained here. Look, the page number 301. If you read this text carefully, we came to know what is the impossible event and what is the sure event or certain event. Understand? This concept we already discussed in class 9th also, right? So please take care and read each and every line given in NCERT book of this chapter, right? So that you can understand the small concept. Because as you know that this time the format of our paper is objective type, right? So there are so many possibilities that the question comes based on any concept, small concept. Yes. So please take care. And here we discuss the example number 11 because the rest of the example you can easily solve, right? And then if you having doubt, please ask me. Here the example 11 is a different example, right? So please read the example number 11 carefully. Here we have a missing helicopter reported to have crashed somewhere in the rectangular region shown in the figure. Dimensions are also given here. And we need to calculate the probability that it crashed inside the lake shown in the figure. Here it is lake. And we can easily calculate the length and breadth of lake also because here it is 4.5 given and here it is 2 centimeter given. So what is the length of this? 4.5 minus 2. Yes or no? 4.5 minus this 2 and we calculate this, the length, this one. That is 2.5 kilometer. Similarly, we can calculate this width because 9 kilometer is here given and 6 kilometer here it is given. So we can easily calculate this width, that is 3 kilometer. Why? Because here 9 minus 6. I hope you understand how we find out the dimension of this lake. Now students, what is the total area of this rectangular region? That is length into breadth. 4.5 into 9. Yes or no? That is 40.5 kilometer. Look at here. Yes. Now, how we find out the probability that it crashed inside a lake? What is the area of lake? Length into breadth. That is 3 multiplied by 2.5. Look at here. Look. Yes or no? So, the probability we calculate, area of lake divided by the total area. Look, and we can easily calculate that is 5/27. So, here, what we need to calculate? Area. There are so many questions depend on this. Similarly, we have one of the question in exercise also. Look at here. Question number 20. In question number 20, the same as we discussed in example number 11. Suppose you drop a die at random on the rectangular region, right? And what is the probability that it will land in the circle with diameter 1? With diameter 1, it means what? It means the radius is what? 1/2 meter, or we can say 0.5 meter. How we calculate the area of circle? By using formula pi r square. Yes or no? Pi r square. So we can easily calculate the area of square rectangle circle here, pi r square. And you know that how we calculate the area of this rectangular region, length into breadth, that is 6 meter square. So probability that it will land inside the circle, that is pi r square upon L into B. Yes or no? Area of circle upon area of rectangular region, that is pi r square upon L into B. Now we can easily calculate probability that it will be land inside the circle. I hope you understand that concept, right? So students, please try to solve these examples given here, and then too, if you are having any doubt, you can ask me. In the next video, we will discuss our exercise 15.1. Thanks.